This is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I just now finally have the equipment to do it right and to do it justice. So what I'm showing here is how I do what I call initial viability testing. Um, when I get newer parts, I usually just do a quick plug it in, make sure it turns on, good to go. With something like this is an older set of parts, and it's not just that it's an older set of parts. It's a very, very high-end set of parts. This is an Asus Rampage 3 Extreme. And this has an i7 990X on it. There's a lot more stuff to test on this. There's a lot more things that I want to make sure are still working the way they should. So on something like this, because of how long a build takes to do and how incredibly frustrating it is to do a build and then have it turn out to be defective, I prefer to make sure the parts work before I do the build. So this is exactly what it appears. It's an entire computer built on my desk. I have it built on top of a cardboard motherboard box. Looks like a... Ooh, who donated this box? Ooh, this was a Crosshair 5? 4. I can never read Roman numerals. Crosshair 4 Hero donated this board. I think I got this from a customer or from a from a seller actually. So it's just like your computer. You've got your output ports and everything here, so I can access it just like a computer. The specific set of parts here, as I said, this is a Asus Rampage 3 Extreme with a Core i7 990X on it. I'm running this with a Corsair TX 750. It was the only one I had quick and handy that had that. I can't quite get it. There we go. The two 8-pins, which this board needs for full power capability. I guess it'll run with one, but for the most capability for overclocking, if you want to overclock it, that's something you want. 16 gigs of RAM. It's a little bit mismatched, but it is good RAM. I think the blue stuff is Kingston and the black stuff is whatchamajigger, G-Skill Ripjaws of some variation. And then we've got a brand new but fairly generic ADATA SSD. And pretty much everyone expects, at least everyone should expect, an SSD in a gaming build now. So I try to include those. And then we have a XFX Radeon HD 7970, which, although it's a few years old, is still a good card. I'm going to do a special on this card at some point. I bought a bunch of them. They're good cards. They perform almost as well as a GTX 960. Some of the tests I've done have suggested that it's actually even slightly higher performance in some cases. But it's the perfect card for a build like this. And this is going to be an absolute monster of a build when I'm done. It's going to be the i7 990X. I may even up the power supply from this. I've got an old 1200 watt PC power and cooling, which would really, for the monster theme of this build, would really pair well. It's going to go in a Cooler Master half X case. Once again, monster of a case with a monster of a board, with a monster of a video card, monster of a power supply. It's just going to be this massive, beast of a machine. It's going to be awesome when it's done. But I hope people find this inside look interesting, and thanks for watching.